Good evening, my PD peeps. What is going on? It is your boy, the professor. You know how I do. Your power director professor from PowerDirector University in the flesh, live and ready to roll on this Wednesday evening. So, I want to welcome all of my beautiful Power Director peeps to this live stream. Now, I'm going to break down what we do, how we do it, and when we do it, because you know we do this every Wednesday night. And the way that we do it is I go ahead and answer your questions. It's a Q&A. All right? I got 1 hour on the clock because after an hour, I'm no longer in power. It's my wife. She takes over. She tells me what to do, and I'm out. Okay, happy wife, happy life. So after an hour, I'm going to go ahead and break out of here. But during this hour, you got me all to your pretty little selves. So I'm going to be here answering your questions, talking about a few things that I got on my mind. Okay, I got a few things on my mind that I want to go ahead and break down as well this week. So I'm going to be doing that for you today. Maybe spark a little discussion about some of the things that I've noticed lately with Power Director. Some of the announcements that they've made recently, per se. All right. So, we'll start off saying what's up to some of the usual suspects who have already joined me today. We got Pollyanna's World. And Pollyanna was 5 minutes early sitting in her thermies, waiting because they're under freeze warning in Northeast PA. I'm sorry. It's May. And you're under a freeze warning in Pennsylvania, that's crazy. Pollyanna, stay warm. Hope you don't have to go through too much unpleasantness with that weather out there. All right. We also got my man Mo's game table. No more complaining about me being late. I was here before you even were, Malik. Hey, you weren't here before me. You were there before I started. Okay, let's get it straight, Mo. Nobody beats me to the table, all right? Except for when I don't come at all, okay? That's the only time you guys beat me. When I don't come at all, yeah, you got me. You beat me, all right? We got Coco's Ethnic Eats. He says, hey, host and chatty chat. That's right. It's time for me to host and get chatty with it, all right? Mo has reminded everyone to smash that like button. Hey, listen to Mo. Smash the like button. Click, clack that like button. I need everybody in here. Click, clacking the like button. If you're here watching, it don't hurt. Click, clack it. Helps people know that this is good content. So do that for me, all right? Heather, I don't know why I always have trouble saying her name. The Scenic fan says, hey, Malik and fellow PD peeps. What's going on, Heather? How you doing? TZ Video says, yo, what's good? Sudbury Drone says, hey, long time no see. Same to you, pal. Long time no see. KDA Adventures says, what's up, Power Director Peach? Also in Northeast PA. So you guys got the freeze going on out there. I feel for you. Stay warm, all right? Stay as warm as you can. And Mo let y'all know there is no freeze here in Texas. It's hot as the bejesus out here, all right? Yeah, Mo had to remind me like a couple of weeks ago when we had a no-show. The scheduling snafu. Snafu. I love it. Rel C is in the building. What's up? Currently, I'm editing the best music video I've ever shot and edited before using PD. Rel C is my resident film school graduate music video creator. He is a big proponent of Power Director. Check out his stuff if you haven't. He's great. Please check out Rel C. All right. Learning Course says, I just bought PD21. Will I notice much from PD17 my first time here? And you're going to notice like changes of the UI. The user interface is going to be different. Most things are going to be the same. I mean, hopefully your PC is up to snuff to deal with some of the power intense AI stuff that you're going to see, because there's a lot of AI things that you didn't have before. There were a lot of updates, body features, a lot of sound things, a lot of things that were not in 17 that are in 21. I can't like remember every single thing because it's been like 4 years. So there are some things, user interface, there's some extra tools and things on there that you're going to notice. So, you know, browse around, play around, you'll see what's new. Shake a Leg says, does your wife ever watch your live stream? Or is she like, oh no, I get an hour break from you and I need it? It's more the latter than the former, okay? It's, you know, unfortunately for me. She likes her breaks. She'll never watch these live streams. She don't care about this stuff. She doesn't care. Not like she, you know, she cares about me. She just don't care about this stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and get into a new topic. I'm gonna cut away from the convo for a minute because it seems like things have slowed down a bit. But I want you guys to kind of join me in this conversation. I'm gonna go over a few things that have happened recently with PowerDirector, and hopefully you guys can give me your thoughts, give me your opinions in the comments about what I'm about to go over. So some of you may have gotten a email from Cyberlink. If you are a PowerDirector 365 user, you may have gotten this email. Now, the funny thing about this email is it was obviously some errors on it because this is not my first name, but obviously this is some type of script for it to capture a first name from the account or whatever. So we got that going on here. You know, it's kind of like a regular email, I guess, that goes out to everybody. But this email says, it's our great pleasure to inform you that starting June 15th, 2023, you're going to be able to access 15% more stock content with your 365 subscription at no additional cost. So basically, they're bumping up the amount of stock footage that we're getting. No cost, no increase, just more stuff, 15% more. Now, what that means is that there's going to be a few changes. So they're expanding the library of stock by Getty images to 9 million plus videos and 130 million plus images. So they're also adding music with vocals from Meta Facebook. All right. So 9 million more videos, 9 million plus more videos, 130 million plus extra images from iStock for by Getty Images, and music with background music with vocals from Meta or Facebook. All right. So all that stuff free. If you use any type of stock content for any of your videos, for B-roll, for whatever, this is going to be like so much extra content that you're going to be able to get. It's bonkers. All right. You might have thought you had a lot before. You're really about to have more now. Now, this comes with some sad news for people who like Shutterstock. If you like Shutterstock content will no longer be available starting July 14th. So it looks like the Shutterstock contract, for whatever reason, what I'm guessing probably happened is Shutterstock was like, look here, bruh. Y'all need to give us more money. Okay? I need more money out you. So hit me up with more loot or we're leaving. And Cyberlink was probably like, you know what, bruh? Let me talk to, I'll get back to you. Give me 1 minute. Probably picked up the phone and was like, excuse me, iStock by Getty? Yeah, would y'all mind giving us about 9 million more videos? No extra cost. No extra cost. We just need about 9 million more videos. Oh, you gonna throw in 130 million images with that for free? Oh, okay. We'll take that. Okay, but I'll talk to you later. We'll get everything ironed out. But I'm down with it. Let me call you back. Then they probably call Shutterstock. Shutterstock, we don't need your services no more as of July 14th. Thank ya. That's probably how it went down. Probably maybe a little different, maybe a tad bit different, but probably went down something like that. So we're getting more images, more videos in total. Like even with Shutterstock going away, that's crazy. Okay. So there's going to be more content now. No Shutterstock. If you like Shutterstock, yada yada. Y'all know how I feel about Shutterstock. I'm kind of like, I don't like Shutterstock because I made a video showing the location of where the Shutterstock images and videos are, and Shutterstock contacted YouTube and put a strike on my channel for that, which was BS because that was not a copyright issue. It was a licensing issue. So anyway, I'm not going to go all into that anymore, but I should never have received a strike because I did not break any copyright violation by doing that. At the end of the day, that's why I have an issue with Shutterstock. And me, for one, I'm kind of glad that they're moving away from Shutterstock. iStock by Getty Images has a bunch of great content out there. So I'm sure that this is going to be a revelation for all of you. Look at this. Currently, there's like 5 million videos. There's going to be 9 million plus videos. Currently, there's 4 to 5 million images. There's going to be 130 million images. Background music is going to jump up to 11,000 songs. So that is like a huge increase in content. So if you're using B-roll for anything, any type of videos out there that you're creating, this is going to be a game changer for you. All right. You're going to have access to millions of assets that you can use. So this is a big thing in my assessment. And I'm going to look over the licensing agreement. And if there's no licensing issue with showing where the images or the videos are stored on your machine or stored on your PC, then I might make a video about that too. So that if you want to use the images and the videos outside of PowerDirector, you can use them in other programs, but only if it's allowed. If I look over the license agreement and that's not allowed, just like it wasn't allowed with Shutterstock, I should have read that first. I didn't. But if it's not allowed, then I won't be able to make a video about it. So, I'm not taking a chance to get another strike. But this is big news. So, what do you guys think about this? Let me see what you guys are saying about it. All right. So, my man Rel C says, personally, I think new editors should learn PD before learning Adobe Premiere or Final Cut Pro, etc., etc., etc. I agree. I think it's a great stepping stone to other levels of other types of editors out there. Karen Harris says, if I save file projects for ongoing clients at PD, how can I clean out my PD storage that is 3/4 full without losing the ability to edit the files? So if you archive your project, so go to the project, open it up in PowerDirector. Let me just bring this up here for you. So open up your project in PowerDirector. When it's open, go to File, Pack Project Materials. All right. When you click on this, what it does is it will save all of your project files and all of the assets, your images, your videos, your titles, everything that you created. and it will save it to a location that you select. So make sure that you have an external drive connected to your machine. Go to that external drive and select a folder on that external drive. I would even say include unused clips, because if you have unused clips in your library that you didn't use this time, but you might use them later, do include unused clips and do select folder, and it will save it to that external drive in a folder that you create. Now you can go ahead and remove all of your temporary cache, all of those things. And I have a video that shows how to clear out that stuff in PowerDirector. So you can clear out your temporary cache, all those files that were on your machine, on your drive, because now you have everything on your external drive in a specific folder. Okay. If you ever need to go to that project again, plug that external drive back in, go to that folder, click on the project file in that folder, and it'll open up the project and all of the files that you saved in that same folder, so nothing is lost. So that's what I would do. All right. MB decided to come through. MB says, hey everyone, what's going on, MB? Heather says, I plan to make a video about a favorite hockey player on PowerDirector. Do you have any tips on how to start? That's a very broad question. Like, there's a million ways to start a video. If you're making a video about your favorite player, maybe you start off with some photos of that individual, kind of highlighting some of the things that he's done in his career, some of the big moments of that person's career. Maybe you start off with, talking about how he was as a child and showing images of him as a child or a video of him as a child. Just kind of talking about him, but not giving his name. Maybe kind of like a background, and then kind of surprise everybody with who it is. There's a bunch. It depends on the story you want to tell and how you want to tell it. There's so many different ways. It's kind of like asking, like I said, my man Rel C, music videos. Ask him how to start a music video. He's gonna be like, "What's the song? What's the mood? What's the tone? What are you trying to convey to your audience? What's the emotion? What story does the song tell? What story do you want it to tell?" There's so many different elements. These are things that you need to plan and figure out, because it depends on what you want to say, what your viewers might be used to, and how you want to convey that story. And especially with a documentary about a person, you've got to really plan that out, because you could just talk about a person from end to end and it's just boring. There has to be like crescendos, like things that lead up to something that really hits your audience and brings out emotion in them and connects them to that person in some type of way. It kind of goes back down and then goes back up. There's a flow that you want to start to follow. Now, one thing that you could easily do is, if you're kind of like, well, I don't know where to start. There's books on Amazon about all types of making documentaries, editing documentaries. I've read a book about making documentaries a while back. I don't know if it's here. No, still, it's probably in my bag. But the book about making documentaries, I wish I could remember who it was off the top of my head, but it's great. Like, it's a female who talks about just end to end, even like budgeting. That's important too. All of those things, like, you got to have a budget. Like, you got to go here, you got to stay there. You got to, where are you going to go during this documentary? Are you going to go places? You're going to have to spend money on these type of people to help you. Travel expense, all type of things that go into it. So, but that's a book that really gets down and dirty into every single element of a documentary. And if I remember who it was, I'll put it in at the end of this chat. So Rel C said, will PD accept its user stock footage? Not that I know of. I have no knowledge of like a program or anything where you can submit stock footage to them and they buy it to use it to put in the program. It'd be dope if they did that, but I haven't heard of anything like that before. Shaky Leg says, I have to dig in my files to save the 6 or 7 green screen Shutterstock videos I've used. I know you can't tell us where it is, but I will find them. I know you will, my friend. I know you will. If you look deep, you can find them. You can definitely find them if you look for them. One thing I will tell you that you can try doing is when you're in PowerDirector and you pull up the file, there is a name of the file. If you can see the name of the file, it's like a bunch of numbers and stuff, I think. And you can look that up on your machine. You'll find the file. It's pretty easy to find if you do that. KDA Adventure says, that's exciting. Yes, I think it is exciting too. I think that they're adding this additional stock footage. Like I said, I think it's going to be a pretty big game changer. Rel C says, more than enough stock footage. Yes, definitely. Now, I've had people complain about, like, they don't have enough. Like, they only had 16 cars or 16 cars that were on fire or whatever. And I'm like, look, if you don't like the footage, I understand. I mean, we all have our own preferences on things, and there may be some footage out there, like, even though they have it, they might not have exactly what you're looking for. Understood. But it's free. That's all I'm gonna say, man. You can jump over to Adobe Stock and pay for their monthly stock footage if you want to. It's a grip. I can't remember exactly how much it is, but it's a lot. And if you want that, be my guest. This is free. So you can pay $60 a month to find one car on fire, or you can use one of these 16 cars that you got for free. I don't know. It's up to you. KDA Adventure says, I love PD. I've learned so much from your videos. Thank you, sir. Man, I appreciate that. I try to bust out that content as frequently as I can on a regular basis. I try to be as consistent as possible. Every Saturday, you should get something from me. Some of the things, sometimes I have to go back to the basics because, like, right now, especially with the user interface changes that they've made, it's probably better for me to go back and start to redo some of my older videos. Like I did one like how to upload to YouTube. Then I did one about pan and zoom and things like that, because some of the stuff has been moved around. So sometimes it helps newer users who have just gotten into it to get to those things, and it helps you guys if you have the subscription to see where it is since it's been moved. So I'm doing a lot of that. So you probably see a lot of videos that maybe seem like, hey, this was one he's done before, but it's because of the user interface changes that the program has gone through. Sue is in the building. What's up, Sue? Sue says, good evening from San Diego. We missed you last week. Yes. I was watching my Knicks win, and then the game after that, they lost, so they're out of the playoffs. And now I could care less. The stupid Boston Celtics are playing the stupid Miami Heat. And I don't care. So it's live stream time. All right. Mo says, good to have stuff from Getty. They've got a wide assortment of stuff to provide. Pretty much anything any of us will need, and even more than before. I agree. They have, and you know what's funny, man? I didn't really go to Getty before. Like, they were integrated with PowerDirector, but they seem to be my go-to for B-roll when I'm using PowerDirector. If I want to try to find something real quick, they always have had something that I can use, so I love it. And more is better. Sue says she loved my Throwback Thursday post. Yeah. You know what, Sue? Sue is a moderator on my users group on Facebook. So if you are not up on the users group, go over there and check it out, por favor. And I have like some automated posts that I think I have one that goes out each day of the week. But then I also put other stuff in there too. But it's always good to help generate a conversation, engagement, get people jumping in and sharing stuff. So one of those posts is a Throwback Thursday post, and I asked people to post like a link from one of their old YouTube videos. And it's great, the stuff that people put on there, man. Some of their old content. Some of it is dope. Some of it's really good. But at the end of the day, it's just a way to kind of get us to remember where we came from, like where we started at and where we're at today. And also help motivate some other people, because some of the new people get in it and they get the program, they get the computer, and they don't do anything. They just, well, I got to do this, and I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this. Make a video. Make a freaking video. Start learning how to hone your craft. There's nothing better than experience, right? You can read, you can learn, and you can get a whole bunch of knowledge, and you're going to get into it and you're going to screw up. You're going to learn from those mistakes. You're going to get into it and you're going to do something and you're going to be like, wow, that looks fantastic. How did I do that again? Let me figure that out. Let me do that again, right? Replicate those things. Use them to try to learn new things. But you can't do anything unless you get in there and start. And this Throwback Thursday post is supposed to be motivation for people who are new, just getting started, to see, man, this person started off like that, but now they're here. I just need to get in here and get this done. Or to help people who have been doing it for a minute remember where they came from. So thank you, Sue. I appreciate the fact that you like that post. And I'm always seeing Sue. Sue is a moderator because she is always on there helping people and contributing and being engaged. So thank you, Sue. I got Keith in the building. Keith says, hello. How can I start a project on one PC and then export it to another PC and finish it? So the best way to do that is what I just explained a moment ago about packing a project. So that's the easiest way to do it. So you can rewind the live stream and go back to the point where I talk about packing a project. I'm showing the actual PowerDirector program. So go back to that and it'll show you exactly how to do it. Coco's Ethnic Eat says, on the PD mobile app, my vid has sound but no video. You can see the video in the small play area under the screen while reviewing, but not on the main screen. What should I do? So in most cases, that means that for some reason, the video codec is not supported by the device. So it could be that you brought in a video that isn't supported. It could be that the video is corrupted. There's pretty much nothing that you can do. If your device does not have the codec to play the video, then all you're going to get is audio. So not really anything that I'm aware of that you can do. Another thing that you can try, if you want to look for more answers, is you can go to the PowerDirector forum. So just Google PowerDirector forum. And you'll see this Cyberlink community forum. Join the community. So once you go to the Cyberlink community forum, what you'll do is you go down here to mobile apps. So you want to left click on mobile apps. And then you can search to see if someone has already tried to address that issue, if they had the same issue before. If not, then you can start a new topic and start your thread and explain your situation and what's going on. And someone will come in and they will respond to your issue. So you got that option there as well. The Johnny O said, what's good, brother? What's good, Johnny? How you doing, bro? Karen Harris said, so then I access in the future through the external drive folder. Does that change the location of my file's origin? Because I know I can't move anything once it's in the PD. So here's the thing. If you want to be able to clear out files, you put it on an external drive. If you pack your project, it moves a copy of those files with the project in that folder. So you don't have to worry about anything being deleted from your other location, any of that. Because when you plug the external drive back in, you go to that folder, you click on the project file, it will look in that folder for all of the files, right? If you pack a project, it packs everything into the folder you choose. Your files, copies of your files, everything. So when you click on the project in that folder, it has to be the one in that folder. It will look in that same folder with all the copies of the files and stuff for everything to bring back into PowerDirector. So you can actually delete, if you have them on your machine, you can delete those files if you wanted to, right? You can delete your temporary files, your cache. You can delete the files. As long as you pack your project in a folder with all the files, you'll be fine. Just looking through my comments here. All right, let's see. Let's choose one. All right. So Mo said Adobe is like $50-$60 a month. Yeah, hard pass. Yeah, I'm not trying to get no stock footage for $60 a month. It's crazy. KDA Adventure says, why have I lost access to free music on Shutterstock? I don't know. Can't really say. Not too familiar with that. Like I said, I don't even touch Shutterstock stuff anymore. I don't touch them. Heather says, I'm planning on narrating my video about the Great Ape, but I don't want to speak over the audio tracks of the gold calls. Any tips? I mean, the only tips that I have is to kind of like plan out when your narration versus the audio of the calls so that you don't speak at those times. That would be the only thing that I could think of. When you're narrating, though, if you're using the voiceover tool, you're really going to have to plan it with the timing so that you can get it right. But that's the only thing I can say right now off the top of my head. Let's see. Get you guys in there having your conversation. Heather is heading out. Thanks for the tips. Yes, I will see you next Wednesday. All right. Just got a super chat for $25 from Johnny O. Giving back to all you've given. For all you've given. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you, my friend. Of course, super chat, super stickers, always appreciated, people. So if you can afford to give to help me for all I've given you, please hit me up with a super chat, super sticker, and clack that like button. All right. So I do want to touch base on another thing that happened this week. So for those of you who don't know, I talk about this quite a bit. So, some of you probably heard me say this a million times before, but I'm going to say it again. All right. I got to go there. I'm going there with it. So earlier this week, PowerDirector went ahead and did something that is great for Android users. So Android users now have the cutout tool, and they have AI body effects in Android. So in the past, these two options, the AI body effects, were only available on iOS, and it was only available on PC. Now, body effects are available on PC, iOS, and Android. That's dope. Now, the other thing, the cutout tool was only available on iOS. It wasn't on PC, wasn't on Android, wasn't on Mac. So now the cutout tool is on iOS and it's on Android. So that's dope. If you're an Android user, you now have the AI body effects and you also have the cutout tool. So for those of you who don't know, the cutout tool allows you to remove the background from any video. Just like it just kind of shows with this girl when she moves her hand up the screen. It's like the background is being changed, removed to this background of this girl on the skates. So any video, you don't need a green screen. It doesn't need to be one color. You don't need to use a chroma key. It just cuts the background out of any video. It recognizes, it uses artificial intelligence or AI to recognize what is the foreground, the main image in your video, and then it cuts out everything else from that video. So you're left with just the person or whatever, the ball or whatever it is that is the foreground of that video. So that's a dope feature because now people don't have to use a green screen or a blue screen or, you know, just use chroma key to move stuff out. Now you can have a video of anything and you can remove the background from any video. Unfortunately, like I said, it's only in iOS and Android. So if you have PowerDirector on PC or you have PowerDirector on Mac, you do not have the cutout tool. So that pretty much stinks like a stinking rotten egg. So it is what it is. It would be great if the cutout tool was brought to PC because then we would be able to go ahead and use that in a myriad of ways to go ahead and remove backgrounds from videos and things like that. But not ready yet. Hopefully it'll be here soon. The problem is, in my estimation, right, from my point of view, all of us PC PowerDirector users have been like carrying this company on our backs. This program that we love, that we enjoy using. We've been supporting it, giving it mad love like for years, since 96, okay? But they're not showing us the same love. We should have these type of features first. Now, according to Cyberlink, the capability or the technology that it takes to do these things, it takes longer to bring it to one platform over another. So according to Cyberlink, it was just easier to do with iOS. So they, you know, took more iterations, more features and stories and all of that good stuff to get it done on Android. And I'm assuming that it's going to take another planning iteration or two to get it onto PC. But it should be coming to PC one day. But I wish that they would like hold off. Why? I mean, I can understand you can get something created, you can execute, create whatever it is, and then say, you know what, we're not gonna release this into production for iOS or Android until it's ready on PC at the same time. They could do that, right? And they probably should. That would show more loyalty to the PC users who have been loyal to PowerDirector. So I wish that they would take that approach moving forward. I don't think it would impact their sales or anything as much as they might think it would. And I understand how they want to have more of a presence on iOS devices and the iPad and all of that stuff. But at the end of the day, the lack of loyalty to the PC users could get people a little upset. And it has had some people upset. I've seen a lot of comments on videos that I've made about, hey, it's only on iOS. Why the heck isn't it on Android? It's just, Android was around way before iOS, years before iOS. They had an app and it was just Android. So Android users get mad at that. I've seen PC users get mad at the fact that things are being dropped on iOS and Android and not on PC. So when they kind of go out there and they put these things on Instagram and Facebook, it kind of smacks the PC users in the face. It's real hard and they don't like it. So, it is what it is. Let me see what you guys are saying about this. Coco's Ethnic Eat says, I like. And of course, Coco has Android. So of course, Coco loves it. I got Android and I got iOS. So I got both. So, it's all good, Coco. And Coco also said that, let me bring this over here. Stop covering my face up. He also said that green screen wasn't his thing. Yeah, a lot of people don't get down with the green screen, man. Johnny O says, it's okay. I have a roll down green screen. Yeah. One of them, they have like the Elgato one. I was looking at that one, man, but I know they got cheaper ones on Amazon too. I just haven't gotten one myself, but probably should. I still am working on making this green screen video that I gotta knock out, man. I gotta get that done. Johnny says iOS is the devil. Sound like Bobby Boucher. iOS is the devil. Okay. MB says, I can't believe the cutout tool isn't on the PC version. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm just kind of like, man, it becomes irritating after a while. It's just like, unfortunately, you start to expect the worst. The PC version's been around for a minute. I understand the technologies are different on different platforms, but man, the PC version, they should know that like the back of their hand by now. They should be able to execute and bring through new stuff on this like that. Like it should be easy. They shouldn't be able to have iOS developers do something before the PC developers. I don't know. Maybe there's been some movement in the company. I don't know. Mo says PD has to realize they are the PC users' answer to Adobe's products, and if they want to keep that market share, they should start supporting us better. Just my 2 cents. You preaching to the choir, bruh. I mean, ain't no way, in my estimation, that they should be like, mistreated. But the thing about it is this, man. Think about it as this. They kind of got us by the short hairs. All right. And when I say that, there's a few things that come to mind. First of all, ease of use, right? It's easy to use PowerDirector. A feature that we don't have yet, they're not so worried about it. They're like, what's the chance that these people are going to leave us to go to something harder and learn something harder because we're going to take a few more months to give them this feature? They probably not worried about that. They've probably done their due diligence and their research on things like that. Like I said, the learning curve. You got to learn something new. That you really willing to really go out there and learn something new because we're delaying bringing something to the PC version? They probably don't think so. Cost. You know, what's the price versus your alternatives out there? So they kind of got us by the short hairs. They got us by the cojones. You know it. And they probably understand what our tolerance levels are, right? They're probably like, they'll be okay if we push it back 6 months. But after that, they might start trying to leave, you know? So they probably understand our tolerances, the demographics, and things like that. And they know what they can and can't do. But at the end of the day, I agree with you 100%. They got to pay more attention to PC users because they will lose some people. Rel C said he just shot on a green screen. I wonder if that's part of the greatest music video ever made. Rakesh Vatash says, hi, Malik. Now, that is an eminently sensible suggestion about getting new AI features like background removal on PC first, but is Cyberlink listening? Bruh. I invite them to this live stream. I tag them. In all my posts about the live stream. I tag them in my live stream thing on YouTube when I post it to my community tab. I ain't never seen them in the live stream. I ain't never seen PowerDirector Official up in her. So I don't think they're listening. I have a voice within the PowerDirector community, but I don't think it's like enough of a voice for them to really care about what I think and what I say, right? To be truthful with you, I don't have that type of, I guess, enough of a following for them to act on things that happen to me or opinions that I have or things that I share with them. Now, have I made suggestions to them? Yeah, the same way you guys do. Send feedback. I send a suggestion. They pretty sure they know who I am by my email and stuff like that. Do I like call them and say, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Nah. The only time I really reach out to Cyberlink is if I need something for like, you know, a promotion or a contest or stuff like that. Then they'll help me out usually with some free subscriptions or something like that. But do they care about what I say? I don't think so. I think if I had like millions of views per video or something like that, they'd probably care. Pollyanna says, I am only a PC user. If Android and iOS on phones, I can't even text correctly on my phone. Well, Pollyanna, yeah, those are on phones. And hopefully, like I've been saying, they bring those the cutout tool to PC soon. It already has the AI body effects. It just doesn't have the cutout tool. So hopefully they'll be bringing it. Johnny says, I have the paid versions on both PC and Android. Yep. It's good that you can like start on Android and then go to your PC and finish a project. I like that aspect of it. And then he said, as far as mobile goes, I wish they made PhotoDirector as user-friendly for PC as it is on Android. Yeah, a lot easier on Android. But you can learn how to use it on PC. If you haven't gone to Word Girl, she has a great YouTube channel about PhotoDirector. So check out Word Girl PhotoDirector. Just look that up on YouTube and you'll see her videos. Great girl, does great stuff. Rel said, I tried exporting from PD to Adobe and it still downgraded the quality, so now I'm better at determining what program to use for each project I shoot. For example, for wedding trailers, I use Adobe. Yeah, I think like for certain things, like especially for like graphics and things like that, if I'm not using something like Blender to make graphics, then I'll use like After Effects sometimes for some graphics and things that I use for like event videos and stuff like that. But other than that, I stick to PowerDirector. And Coco says, Pollyanna, kudos, because the PC is a lot to me. Phone all day over here. But I want to try. Yeah, you should. Got it? Try it. Rel says, PhotoDirector works wonders for me on iOS. Easy to fix. Finally decided to join us, didn't you? He says, thanks for your advice. I have quirks in older and newer 365 versions. It's aggravating, but work through them. I don't know any other video editor for their price. They'll remain my choice. Yeah, like I said, I mean, if it does what you need it to do, you're used to it, you know how to use it, it's familiar to you, user interface is easy, price is good, most people are just going to hang out, stick with it, do what they do. Johnny says, cool, I'll check her out. It gets old having to make my thumbnails on my phone. Yeah, that transitioning from phone to, yeah, it's kind of be a pain in the tuchus. All right. So, we are up against it, people. Got about 9 minutes of time here to kind of close things out. So, if you haven't gotten this email, I should say, make sure it says June 15th is the date. So that's less than a month away. So you should be expecting to get a plethora of videos and photos from iStock by Getty Images, and they will be included for free in your PowerDirector 365 subscription. So if you have that subscription, look out for that. June 15th, no additional charges. It is free, people, coming at you like, you know, just blessings from above. All right. Shutterstock, no more. He's out of here. I'm glad. Okay. So Shutterstock, be gone. Be gone with you, my friend. All right. Also, Android users rejoice. Android users rejoice. You now have the cutout tool and you have the beautiful AI body effects. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me see if I can bring this up for you guys. Just because I like you so much. I'm gonna try to play around with this here. See what we can do. But, you know, right now everything always acts funny whenever you wanted to do something, right? Always wants to take forever. All right. All right. I'm going to try this real time, people. I haven't even looked in here for any of this stuff yet. Let's see what we got. I'm going to... Let's see if we can work this out. All right, let's see here. All right, so you guys can see this here on the screen. I got my little PowerDirector thing on the screen here. And right here, I got this on the timeline. So I'm just going to drag this back and forth. And if I go over here to the side, let's see if I can see the two here. We got AI body effects here. So you see what kind of funky stuff it does. Mirroring ghost stuff. Here goes the ghost effect. Puts a little ghost over there. Got a little outline effect. All of that loveliness. All right, let's try something else. I'm just going to put this up here. Things don't want to be my friend today. I'm just going to do this the easy way. There. All right. So I'm going to drag this down here. And now let's see if I get the cutout tool option. Yep. So now that I got this on the overlay track, I have this option down here at the bottom. It says cutout. If I tap on that, it gives me the option to use the chroma keyer, or I could just remove the background. You see that here in the middle. If I tap on remove background, boom, it removed the background, and now it's just her. Now, probably gonna look real janky because the background is black, you know. But it doesn't look too bad, as a matter of fact. It looks kind of good. If I were to put like a different background behind it, you probably couldn't even tell some of the imperfections. But as she starts to move a little bit closer, you can see some of them in her arms and things like that. But depending on how you use it and how you blend it in with other scenes and things like that, the cutout tool could be a great option. All right. So that's just one example using one video. So hope you guys liked it. Just a little sneaky peeky at what it can do. So, as you guys know, I got to jet out of here now. It's like 3 minutes till, and I like to be a little early, you know, give my wife the respect she deserves. Okay? Ain't got no time to play around with y'all. So, you guys know, I will be back in the building next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's U.S. Central Standard Time, 8 o'clock Wednesdays. That's when I do my thing. That's when I do my live streams, all right? I appreciate you all for joining me tonight. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys. Thank you for the super chat, Johnny. Anybody else wants to hit me up with a super chat or a super sticker, please feel free to do so. If you did hit me up and I didn't mention you, my apologies. Thank you so much. Hit that like button. I'm out.